Because our people, this the mind frame that our people have been given to black culture, it leads us to do things that we doing. Like I'm noticing, you got red rag with a lot of red attire and things like that. That's some of the things. Read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore, shalt thou serve thine enemies.
God said we're going to serve our enemies for breaking his commandments. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
He said you're going to serve your enemy in want of all things, right? So red bandanas, all that. Even gang banging came from them, right? Because what did the violence and gang banging start with our people? What? When the crack epidemic hit, right? Selling drugs. That's where it came from. Who sold us the drugs? Who gave us the drugs to fight over? The government, right? What race? The same people that God said is our enemies, right? That's who gave us the drugs, right? And then we don't make guns. Where do we get the guns from to kill each other with? The same people, right? God said you're going to serve them in one of all things, and they're getting us all the weapons they can to kill us. We killing ourselves now. They put it on autopilot, right? First they had to kill us. They put us in shackles and chains. Now we kill each other and get put back in shackles and chains, right? They freed us. The Emancipation Proclamation freed the slaves, but they created the 13th Amendment and say you free unless you get locked up. Who filled up the prison houses? Give me that prison house. Who filled up the prison houses in America? What races are in the prison the most? The Israelites, right? The blacks and Hispanics. This is what God said was going to happen. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes.
He said we all snared in holes, right? Why? Because some of us is in the hole of religion, you know what I'm saying? Christianity, Catholicism. Some of us in the hole of gang banging. Some of us in the hole of all kind of different things, right? But what does it all lead to? Read.
And they are hid in prison houses.
God said the Israelites were going to be in these holes and hid in prison houses. Like we said, who filled up the prison houses? The Israelites, right? Our people, right? And things like gangbanging is one of the reasons that we come to this. But what did God say we got to come back to? Deuteronomy 10 and 12. It's what God said we got to come to. This is what we are here for our people for. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see our people die. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look on the news to see, oh, that's the brother we taught at camp. You know what I'm saying? He dead. You know what I'm saying? We all got to come to a place of repentance so we can get right with God, right? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel.
Now Israel. Now you know you're Israel. We done went through the scriptures and showed you. Now you know you are Israel, right? Read.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Now God got requirements for you, right? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
You say you love God, you fear God, you want to serve God, right? That's all people do. They say they fear God, they want to serve God, they love God. But God ain't, you can't love God how you want to. You can't go shoot your brother up. You can't do a drive-by, spin the block, sell your sister some crack, and then say I love God. That's what our people do though. But God said this, as Israel, if you want to do that, this is what you got to do.
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command you this day.
You got to start keeping the commandments of God and his statutes. Why?
For thy good.
For our good, right? Because gangbanging ain't good for us. All we have done with gangbanging is kill each other. Killed almost a whole generation of babies. You know what I'm saying? Because of crack. The crack epidemic is still going right now, killing our people. And gangbanging is one of the things that fueled it, right? God said we got to keep commandments. Give me Exodus 23 and 2. It's one of the commandments God said we got to keep. Because our people, we are easily influenced people. We are the most influential people on earth, but we so easily influenced. You know what I'm saying? We see things. Who your favorite rapper? Right now. But it's like probably like NBA Youngboy, probably Mo3, probably, you know what I'm saying? But what do they rap about? What are the people that our people follow? What do they rap about? You know what I'm saying? Is it building up a community? Is it starting strong families? No, but those are good things though, right? But our people don't, we ain't even striving for those things. We rather spin the block, right? But this is what God said. This is one of the commandments God gave us.
Exodus chapter 23 verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
He said you should not follow a multitude to do evil. What does that sound like? Following a multitude to do evil. What's that sound like? Gang banging, right? You follow, because ain't nothing good coming out of gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Back then when it first started, it might have some roots that was in it, but gang banging has been corrupted. right? And God said the Israelites, we ain't supposed to follow a multitude of evil, because that's going to, what's going to do to the rest of the generations? How many single parent homes do we have because of gangbanging? How many sisters do we have prostitute because of gangbanging? You know what I'm saying? These are the things we gotta come out of as a people, because it's not for our good. It's gonna kill our generations out. We can't start a strong nation following gangbanging, right? But let's see what God did to us to follow. Give me Zephaniah. This is what God did. God did give us similar instructions, but he said don't follow a multitude to do evil, right? But what does he want us to do as a multitude of people, right? Because we the Israelites, we brothers, you know what I'm saying? And the people you're going to kill, who is it most of the time? The people that gangbanging against each other. Like, we got all the big guns, Mac 11s, AK-47s and all that for who? Somebody that look just like you. You know what I'm saying? You're not the other nation. They said the safest place for a white man is a black nigga, because a black man ain't, they think that's Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to touch Jesus, but if somebody that look like them, they'll kill him, right? And I'm knowing that Jesus don't even look like that. Jesus look like you. We kill Jesus every day. We don't march the streets when black people kill black people, right? But this is what God told us to gather together and do.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather your soul together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
God did tell us to gather together. He said gather together because we're a nation not desired. Who is more undesirable than a black man in America? You know what I'm saying? God said for us to gather together and do what though? We got to build a strong nation. You know what I'm saying? We are in a decayed state. Our people are destroyed. We gangbang like it's normal. Our music is about killing each other. It ain't no music on there about killing the Ku Klux Klan. You don't see no music about killing white supremacists. And you hear, I'm going to kill that nigga. I'm going to spin the block. I'm going to mess with this bra.
Bring it out.
You know, that's the type of stuff our people rap about. You know what I'm saying? That's black culture. Killing each other is black culture. Ain't no other nation of people glorifying killing each other except the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We the only people that do that. And where we at in our communities. Like we said, we cursed in the city. Any bad part of the ghetto you go to, any bad part of any city you go to, we there. Why? Because we don't care. We gangbang. We kill each other. What other people glorify killing each other? That anything that's negative, that's what we brag about, right? I got the most bras. That's negative. I got the most bodies. I'm spinning the block. I sell keys of coke. Everything we rap about is our destruction. You know what I'm saying? And we glorify it, we call it culture. That's not the culture. God gave us a culture, but God told us, Jeremiah 17:4, God told us what was going to happen with us, right? And now, we got to fix it, right? You got it?
The book of Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
What is heritage? A culture. God said you're going to discontinue from the heritage that I gave you. Now you're going to go into a culture of WAP. You're going to go to the culture of gangbanging. You're going to go away from what God gave us. What should we follow, the culture that man gave us or the one God gave us? Which one you think going to make the most sense, right? He said you're going to discontinue from the culture he gave us.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
And because we do things like gangbang, we're going to serve our enemies. Even though we in the middle of Juneteenth right now, we celebrate, they let us free. I bet you got multiple relatives in prison. How are we free? You know what I'm saying? We're not free. The culture that they gave us causes us not to be free. We are slave-minded. But today you're getting this Bible. That's what our people get in this Bible. Finish that verse and then give me John.
In the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
God said, you pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? It's going to burn forever. That's why they're going to keep killing you. That's why you're going to keep getting shot down in the streets. Because you didn't piss me off. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get back right with God. John 8:32.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community.
Strong in the Lord. His word